The most recent variant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, called the Omicron variant, first appeared in November 2021. It has resulted in fewer hospitalizations and deaths than previous variants, which has led many people to believe that Omicron only causes mild disease. To understand why this is actually a myth, we need to take a closer look at how SARS-CoV-2 and its variants work. COVID-19 is a respiratory infection caused by the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. There are currently 5 dominant variants, the most recent of which is Omicron. Although SARS-CoV-2 viruses are structurally similar, they can be distinguished by the shape of the spike proteins sticking out on their surface. Think of these spikes as puzzle pieces. Individually, they're just spikes, but they can come together in different shapes to form new variants. Cells are very choosy about what they let in. They have structures called receptors on their surface, which decide what comes in and what does not. This is where spike proteins come in. When the spikes on a coronavirus bind to a cell receptor, it tricks the cell into thinking that this intruder is welcome. Some variants are more successful than others because the shape of their spikes are better suited to the receptors on their target cells. Once the virus enters the cell, it uses the cell's machinery to make copies of itself before causing the cell to burst. This releases coronavirus particles so that they can enter other cells, which causes symptoms such as coughs, fevers, respiratory failure, and death. So what makes people think that Omicron only causes mild disease? One reason is that most of the population is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, and every day, even more people get vaccinated. This means that the general population has more protection against Omicron than previous variants. When the body realizes that these viral intruders are taking over cells, it recruits the immune system to fight them off. The immune system makes proteins called antibodies to prevent spike proteins from attaching to the cell receptor, which halts infection. These antibodies also make sure to remember these intruders so that the next time they come in contact with them, they'll know what to do. Vaccines mimic this process by stimulating the immune system to release antibodies. This provides individuals with immunity to the virus without making them sick. Through vaccination, individuals are able to make enough antibodies to prevent severe infection, and more individuals are vaccinated than ever before. However, unvaccinated people are still at risk of severe infection. Studies have shown that unvaccinated people are 5 times more likely to be hospitalized with Omicron, and 21% of hospitalized patients infected with Omicron had a severe clinical outcome. So, Omicron may be milder than what we're used to, but that doesn't mean it is mild. The bottom line is that we all have our roles to play in this pandemic, whether we're dealing with Omicron or any other variant. Get your vaccines, keep your distance, and stay healthy.